Hey Soloers, Player 1 from Too Much Single Player here, and this is the 4th pack in the Intro Pack episode week. Today's Intro Pack is Eldrazi Assault, a colorless intro pack centering around Eldrazi and the Devoid and Ingest mechanics. Starting with the lands, this pack comes with 10 mountains, also known as red mana, 10 swamps or black mana, 2 Evolving Wilds, the basic land search card, 2 Looming Spires, red mana that enters play tap but grants a target +1/+1 and first strike until the end of the turn when it comes into play, and 1 Blighted Fen, a colorless mana that can be sacrificed to force your opponent to sacrifice a creature. The creatures in Eldrazi Assault include Barrage Tyrant, a rare 5/3 with Devoid and the ability to sacrifice one of your creatures in order to deal that sacrificed creature's attack power worth of damage to any target creature or player. You should note, using this ability costs 3 mana, but you don't have to tap Barrage Tyrant to use its ability, so it can be used multiple times and then attack. It can be used to pick away your opponent's health or clear the field for a larger frontal assault. This pack also comes with 1 Silent Skimmer, a 0/4 flyer that deals 2 damage to defending player every time it attacks even though it has 0 attack power, 2 Dominator Drones, a 3/2 with Ingest and a passive effect that drains 2 life from all opponents when it enters play, 2 Forerunners of Slaughter, a low-cost 3/2 with an activated ability in which you pay 1 mana to grant target colorless creature haste for the rest of the turn, 2 Kozilek Sentinels, a 1/4 that gains +1 attack for the turn every time you cast a colorless spell, which this pack is full of, 2 Mindrakers, a 3/3 Eldrazi that upon entry allows you to move one of your opponent's creatures from exile to their graveyard, and if you do so, each opponent must discard a card, and 2 Nettle Drones, a 3/1 that can be tapped to deal a single damage to target and then be untapped early and used again every time you cast a colorless spell. You'll also get 2 Sludge Crawlers, a 1/1 single mana to cast Eldrazi drone that allows you to pay 2 mana to have it gain +1/+1 until the end of the turn, 2 Vile Aggregates, a 5 defense Eldrazi creature with Ingest and Trample whose attack power is equal to the number of colorless creatures you control, 3 Culling Drones, a 2/2 with Ingest, and 3 Vestige of Emrakul, 3/4 Eldrazi drones with Ingest. You'll also get 2 Molten Nursery in this pack, enchantments which every time you cast a colorless spell you deal 1 damage to any target, 2 Processor Assaults, a sorcery spell that enables you to put one of your opponent's creatures from exile into their graveyard to deal 5 damage to any creature, 2 Transgress the Minds, a sorcery that lets you see your opponent's hand, pick any card with a cost greater than 3, then force your opponent to exile it, 2 Touch of the Voids, a 3 damage DD sorcery that if, when cast, it kills its target, your opponent must exile that target instead of sending it to the graveyard, 2 Swarm Surges, a sorcery spell that grants all of your active creatures +2/+0 and grants all your colorless creatures first strike until the end of the turn, and 1 Serpentine Spike, a sorcery spell and the other rare of this deck. Serpentine Spike deals 2 damage to target creature, 3 damage to another, and 4 to a third, and anything it kills in the process is exiled. And finally, the instant cast spells with Eldrazi Assault include 1 Complete Disregard which exiles target creature with 3 or less power, and 1 Grip of Desolation, a high-cost Devoid instant cast that allows you to exile target creature and target land. This is a pretty strong deck, and once it gets rolling it's hard to stop. With Ingest creatures feeding processors, it can be devastating to any defense, effectively removing any threat from its path and preventing future threats from rising. Unless you get a poor draw, then this deck will have some wonderful control, even while lacking any real heavy hitters. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this pack? Is it a bit overpowered compared to the others? Join me tomorrow for the last intro pack in this pack episode called Zendikar's Rage. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe or join me on Twitter at TMSP_P1, and I'll solo you later.